Hey, welcome to my channel. Today's video is all about fear. Fear my manifestation won't come. So there's 2 points to this. There's one, I get asked a lot of questions. Will my fear and doubt mean that I don't get my manifestation? No, absolutely not. And the second question is, how do I stop fearing that it won't come? How do I stop that, and why is that happening? Okay, so I'll answer the first question. The first question is easily answered. Fear and doubt only has a vibration of fear and doubt. So you will get a little bit more fear, a little bit more doubt, the more you vibrate that. But you are not vibrating the opposite of what you want by doing that. You're not vibrating that you don't want it. You are just vibrating a bit of fear and a bit of doubt that it won't come. What if? What if? You don't have to worry about that. Think about all of the momentum that you have built around your manifestation, around your intention, and think of the power behind that, some of the emotion that you've had when you've done that. How would that fear and doubt compare to that? It's like this and this, isn't it? It just absolutely does not compare. It doesn't have power to do anything. I've doubted so many manifestations, probably most of them, and they've still come. So that's the first point to make. Please don't worry about that. And if you get it, just say, you can be here, that's fine, but you literally have no power to stop my manifestation, but that's fine. And then it will just disappear naturally. It will come back, and then it will do it again, and it will disappear naturally. So that's the first question, easily answered. Second question is, why am I fearing? And I can tell you why you're fearing, because you've been waiting for it. You've been waiting a long time, and then inevitably fear kicks in because you think maybe this is the manifestation that won't happen. Maybe for me it can't happen. Maybe my circumstances are different. So I feel good. I felt really good for a whole week, and then this fear kicked in and I felt rubbish for a few days thinking this is never going to happen. Fear is based around the fact that you're not putting yourself first and not feeling worthy, not feeling empowered, and not feeling like you're in control. This is your reality, which you are. So you're kind of forgetting that. And also the fact that you've been waiting for the outcome, and the more you wait for the outcome and look for the outcome, the longer it takes to come. So how long should a manifestation take to come? I truly believe that if you have no attachment, it can come the next day, the next week, the next month. Since I've been better at this and fully sort of understood it, I haven't waited longer than 2 months for a manifestation. And another thing, I call it manifestation here, but I don't think of it like that. In my life, I just feel like I'm creating it. Oh, I'm creating this, whatever it is that I want, and soon I will experience it because I will shift into the reality where it is. I much prefer doing it like that, because manifestation seems like this huge task, doesn't it? Oh my God, how am I going to do that? That's crazy. But creating as you go, which we do every single day, in my opinion, and lots of other people's opinions, it seems far less difficult, doesn't it? So that's how it works for me. The manifestation that took 2 months, I do look at timing and think, I did, but I don't really anymore. But I think I can explain it this way. In my case, I manifested, and a lot of you will have heard this story, so I'm not going to tell the whole story again because it's boring, isn't it? Basically, we have a company. I have a company. And then I have a company with my husband as well. And we had staff for 5 staff for a long, long time. And one of them particularly for 12 years. None of them showed any signs of wanting to leave. And I was just sick of having staff. Nothing against them, because they are all lovely. Nothing to do with them at all. Just the admin that came with it. And when the pensions came in, it was a pain and I wasn't enjoying it. And I found that they always got the holiday that they wanted, and we always didn't get the times that we wanted because we would let them have the holiday when they wanted and stuff. It was just silly. It was just our own fault, but stuff like that. Didn't want it anymore, so I just put it out there. I don't want staff anymore. I want the staff to go in the best possible way so that nobody gets hurt. And then I really felt that desire for it, and I listed in my head all of the reasons why that would be amazing. And then within 3 days there was a domino effect, and they all decided to go freelance. Amazing. And that's as much as I'm going to tell of that story because I've told it before. But that was absolutely incredible, and our quality of life improved. By the time they had put their notice in, a month later, they were all gone, and it was amazing. And our quality of life, like I said, is so much better now, for both of us. Just don't have that added pressure. The other manifestation, the one that's taken the longest, was the one with least resistance. And I just decided for fun, and I've told this story before, so I'll try and sum it up quick, was that I wanted my friend to make a Facebook post all about me when my first book came out, wishful thinking back in 2018. I just wanted her to for fun. I thought, oh, that, because I like to challenge myself with manifestations, and I thought, oh, I wonder if I can do that. That would be awesome. I knew I could do it, but I doubted it big time, because of the sort of person she is, and she isn't gushing. She just isn't like that. So it was the opposite of her personality. So that took 2 months to come, and when I did get it, I'd completely forgotten about it, and it was exactly the same as I'd imagined, give or take a few words, and it was a ramble, just like I had done. It was exactly the same, all the same words, all the same phrases. Awesome, really exciting when I saw it, but like I said, I completely let it go. And I think possibly that it took 2 months, because during that first month when I was doubting it, I was thinking on and off, because I didn't think about it much, but when I was doubting it, I was thinking, she's really not like that. That is just the opposite of her personality. She just wouldn't say something like that. And then I would say to myself, but it doesn't matter, that's a circumstance, and they don't matter. But I still had that sort of underlying thing as I was thinking about it. But of course, when I completely let it go, got on with life, completely forgot about it, I think that became irrelevant. So that underlying belief then became irrelevant. And I think that's what happens when we completely let go of something, even though there are circumstances that we've been attaching ourselves to. They go, that sort of ceases becoming any kind of resistance or an issue, because we've completely let go. So I kind of think that's maybe why, and because other things, much bigger things than that, have come much quicker, and that shouldn't have taken that long. And that's the only thing that I can put it down to, is that knowing what I know as well, and I still had that feeling. So anything can happen. I'm telling you, if I can design a whole Facebook post with like 2 paragraphs long and a picture of my book, which I wanted her to do, and if I can do that pretty much exactly then anybody can do anything, because that went completely against her personality type. But like I said, by the time I'd completely let it go, that's when it happened, 2 months later. So yes, inevitably you will fear. The longer you've been waiting, the more you will start fearing. But think this, no, this is my reality. Why am I fearing? Why is it a fear? Because if I'm fearing losing it, then I'm kind of trying to reach somebody or reach something outside of me, when really that's already inside of me. I've already created it, and I'm putting them, or even that thing, if it's a thing that you want, a new job or whatever, I'm putting that on a pedestal as if it's better than me, as if I have to reach out and hope that it is attracted to me. So, fear is based around, I'm not saying you have low self-worth, because you possibly don't, most of you, but it's based around the fact that you think whatever that thing is that you want, generally a person, isn't it, when you're feeling like that, when you've got that attachment, is a little bit, although you're not outwardly thinking they are better than me, you are making that the case by fearing them not coming back to you. Because why should you fear? Because this is your reality. So you can look at it in several ways, but you could say to yourself, look, I really want to be with them. These are all the reasons. List all of the reasons why you really want to be with them and what would be really great about being with them. And then you can list reasons that you've made up too, if they're not generally like that. Really feel all that and sort of dwell in that for a bit. And then say to yourself, I want them, but if they don't, if it's not them, then it's somebody else with all of those character traits that I'm really attracted to, that I feel that feeling with it, and then some. And even though, don't let that resistance kick in, that you think, oh, but if I do that, I might get somebody else, and I don't want somebody else, I want them. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. The only time it will be somebody else that comes to you is if that person really isn't right for you, and you really know it deep down. You've got that thing running deep down where you think, they're not right for me, they're not right for me, they're not right for me. Then you might get somebody else. But if you don't have that going on, in 99.9% of cases, it will always be them that is shown to you. When it's not, it's because there's something in you that doesn't really want it, wants it, but doesn't really want it, if you know what I mean. It's always about you. Anyway, I hope that this cleared that up. And it's only my understanding of it, of course, I am not an expert. I'm just going with the last 5 years of experience. I've been into this for 10 years, really, but I sort of knuckled down about 5 years ago, went on and off it for a year, and then the 4 years after that, really knuckled down and made it work for me by understanding that nothing is better than me. Nothing or no one is better than me. This is my reality. And yes, some things might take longer to create than others, but big deal. I make the most of what's going on now, if that's the case. So if you haven't been here before, then I'm going to call myself an author. I used to say I am a law of attraction coach and an author, but actually I am an author, and I'm a law of attraction author, but I'm working on a new fiction project at the moment, which isn't really based around, it is based around alternate reality, but it isn't based around the law of attraction. So that's what I do, that's how I make my money really. But I also have a members coaching section, so you can go to my website, you can sign up, £5 a month, cancel anytime as long as I have 5 days notice before your next payment, access all of the modules in there. There's loads of videos in there, loads of my personal stories which I can't put here, lots of different stuff going on in there, worksheets, written modules, everything that you need to know in order to make this work for you. And you get one-to-one support from me. So if you're on a module and you want some help with it, you just send me a message. There's a little box there, send me a message and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Yeah, that's how it works. So, and I don't offer one-to-one Skype coaching anymore because I just don't have the time. And actually, I am a certified coach. I am a certified law of attraction coach and certified life coach. But I just, at the moment, the way my schedule is, I just don't have the time to do that. And I just get so many queries every single week from people wanting one-to-one coaching and offering to pay me silly amounts of money. One, I wouldn't take that. You know, if somebody offered me £500 for an hour or something, I wouldn't take it from you because it wouldn't be right. I wouldn't do that and I wouldn't feel good about that. So it doesn't matter what you offer me, I still can't do it. I charge, when I do it, I charge a flat rate of £75 for an hour. Who's to say, I might come back to it in 6 months or so, maybe a year, I don't know, because I don't know, I change my mind about things and I might want to go into that more, but at the moment I'm really fixated on my writing. Fixated is not the right word, is it? I'm concentrating on my writing, just building that and building my readership. I haven't written an article. I do write articles, but I haven't written one for ages because I just don't have the time. I'd like to get back to doing a bit more of that too. Because if I sit down and write an article, I'm a fairly quick writer. I can write an article in an hour and then I get a one-off fee for that. So, you know, I do want to do more of that. So I hope this was useful. If you haven't subscribed, and I would love for you to do that. If you haven't subscribed to my son's channel, Harrison Ellis, or Specific Person on there, read some really great stuff he's got on there. Most of the stuff I agree with when I look at his videos, but sometimes he has different opinions to me and that's fine. And I think, oh, I wouldn't have said that, but I can see why he said it. So it might be useful to you. Lots of techniques on there, especially if you're younger, I think, because he talks a lot about Snapchat and that kind of stuff that I know nothing about whatsoever.